and this is from Elevate the Glow. When you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. That's where the power is. Take a moment right now to set an intention for your own practice, whatever intention you want that to be. So this flow is targeted for teachers, and specifically for you because we just had a big change in our lives to start school virtually. We're sitting and we're looking at a screen all day, so I'm going to be focusing on points of our body that we don't normally use, that we're using now, which is our new norm. So sitting for a long time causes a lot of pressure on our lower back, causes a lot of back pain, and so we're going to stretch out our lower back area. Also, when you think about the chakras, the chakras that go down your body, so your root chakra is the one that's all the way at the bottom and where your tailbone is. That's where you also carry a lot of your anxiety and your fears. So to relieve some of that and to create balance, we're going to be stretching out those areas of our body, specifically the lower back. So we'll start our practice by laying down on our backs. So find your way to your mat, laying down on your back to begin our practice in a savasana. So in your shavasana, begin to take a deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale, side away out of your mouth, relieving any tension or stress that you might be feeling. Take a few more breaths just like that, deep cleansing breaths. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale, side away. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, side away. From this position, you're going to bring both knees into your chest. Hug your knees into your chest and gently massage your lower back. Just waking up those lower back muscles right now. Swaying side to side. Maybe you sway all the way over to the left and to the right so you can get to the side of your lower back as well. And then find stillness directly in the middle. Open up your knees, grab a hold of the inside of your feet or the back of your knees and come into a happy baby. In your happy baby, use your lower abdominal muscles to bring your hip bones down. So if your hips are up, you want to try to bring your hip bones down. From here, take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale, pull your arms down so you're trying to reach your knees towards your armpits, opening up your hips. And then gently begin to sway side to side again, massaging your lower back with the hard floor beneath you. Again, hug your knees back into your chest. This time, lift your head, trying to bring your forehead to your knees. And gently sway forward and back, massaging your spine. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. And then come back onto your back. Keep your right knee hugged into your chest, left leg long. Open up your right hand into a T position. Grab a hold of your right knee with your left hand and pull your right knee over to the left side for a supine twist. Giving yourself a nice stretch in your lower back here.
Bring your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale both knees to center. Keep a hold of your left knee. Exhale, release your right leg down. Grab a hold of your left knee with your right hand. Open up your left arm and let your left leg fall over to the right side. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder. Try to keep your left shoulder down on the ground. Let your left leg fall wherever it does. Continuing to breathe and continuing to feel this supine twist. Hug both knees into your chest. Roll forward and back. Keep your chin tucked into your chest as you roll, massaging your spine. And on your exhale, come to a seated position, sitting up on your mat. Thanks to those of you who are joining us. Welcome. From your seated position, we're going to roll over onto hands and knees. I really want to focus for us to stretch out our lower backs. If there's any other area you want to work on, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and let me know what other area you'd like to stretch out or work out in your body. No? You're good? Hips? Yes, we can do hip openers. Awesome. So come on to hands and knees. Wrists directly below your shoulders, knees below your hips. Looking between your thighs and hide your feet so you can't actually see your feet between your thighs. Bring your belly towards your spine. I'm going to show you what that looks like. You're not going to dip into your belly like this. You want to bring your belly towards your spine, nice strong core. Begin to lower your belly down. Lift your chest towards the sky for cow. Exhale, belly towards your spine. Curve your spine long. Drop your head for cat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Take 5 more cat-cows on your own. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. Option to C-curve your spine, looking back at your feet, moving your hips side to side. Just warming up your hips, waking up your muscles. And then find stillness in your tabletop position. Walk your hands forward about 1 foot so they're in front of your face, a little bit past in front of your face actually. You're going to inhale forward, bringing your hips towards the ground. Exhale, push back into a child's pose. Inhale forward. Exhale, push back into a child's pose. 3 more times just like this, moving at the speed and pace of your own breath. Inhaling forward. Exhaling to push back. On your final inhale and exhale back, open up your knees as wide as the mat, bring your big toes to touch, and sit back into a child's pose. Bring your forehead to the mat beneath you. Massage your forehead, gently sway your head side to side. releasing any tension in your forehead. Take a moment to come back to the intention that you set in the beginning of your practice. Using your lower abdomens, trying to bring your hips closer to your heels in your child's pose. Let everything go here. There is no force equal to a woman determined to rise. And today we're determined to rise. So on your inhale, begin to press your fingertips and your palms firmly into the mat, activating your upper arm muscles and lifting your arms off the ground but keeping your hands down. On your inhale, lift up to hands and knees. Bring your knees back together to this tabletop position. Curl your toes under and lift your knees about an inch or two off the ground. Begin to windshield wiper your knees side to side. This is going to feel awkward, but you're using your ab muscles to kind of move you side to side. And then find stillness. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. In your down dog, pedal through the back of your legs, opening up your calves and your hamstrings. Continuing to breathe here. Find stillness in your down dog. Let the weight of your head go in between your arms. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Inhale to a high plank position. Bring your belly towards the spine. Reach your heels back. Reach your head forward. On your exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin all the way down onto your bellies. Inhale up to a baby cobra. Exhale, curl your toes under, push up through plank, and exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees a lot here. Push the floor away with your hands as if you're trying to reach your chest towards your upper thighs. And as you exhale, lengthen through the back of your legs, making it nice and long. But keep your upper body exactly where it is. Let's try that one more time. Bend your knees a lot. Push the floor away as if you're trying to reach your chest towards your thighs. Exhale, lengthen through the back of your legs. Keep your upper body exactly where it is. Bend your knees, looking between the palm of your hands. Begin to take baby steps all the way to the top of your mat until you're folding over your legs here. Let your arms go, let your head go. Option to grab a hold of opposite elbows. Gently sway side to side. Release your elbows, bend your knees a lot, and gently inhale one vertebrae at a time until you come to a standing position. Roll your shoulders at the top. Open up your palms to the front of your mat. Great. Really create a foundation here in the ground beneath you. Really press the floor with your feet. Activate your leg muscles. Lift up from your hips. Roll your shoulders up, back, behind you, and down. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step your right foot back and your left foot back to meet your option to chaturanga if you have it in your practice, or lower knees, chest and chin, all the way down. Inhale up to baby cobra. Exhale, push up and back through downward facing dog. Take 3 full breaths here in downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot towards the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hip to the right side of your room. Roll your ankle in one direction. Roll your ankle in the opposite direction. Reach your leg nice and long as you can go. And as you exhale, bring your right foot in between the palm of your hands for a low lunge. Plant your left hand down and open up your body to the right side, reaching your right arm to the sky. Reach your left heel back, really push your left heel back here, activating your calf muscles and your hamstrings. Imagine those muscles shooting up towards the ceiling. If your right knee is pushing out, bring it back in closer to your body. Using your abdomen, twist a little bit more, opening up to the right side, bring your gaze up to your right thumb. On your exhale, plant your right hand down to the outside of your right foot. Step back into your plank. Take your flow or meet in downward facing dog. If you'd like to chaturanga, lean forward, coming up on your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale up to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take 5 full breaths here in your down dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, side away. One more time. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, side away. Inhale your left foot towards the sky. Bend your knee. Begin making circles with your left foot. Reach your left leg long above you. Reach it high even more. And on your exhale, step your left foot through in between the palm of your hands. Plant your left hand down and open up your chest to the left side of the room. And again on this side, really reach your right heel back, activating your calf muscles and your hamstrings, shooting straight towards the sky above you. Reach your left arm up, bring your gaze up to your left thumb. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Continue to breathe. Exhale your left hand down to the left side of your left foot. Step your left foot back. Take your flow or meet in downward facing dog. From your down dog, release your knees as wide as the mat, bring your big toes to touch, and sit back into a child's pose. Let everything go here. Breathe into your child's pose. With every exhale, sink a little bit deeper in between your thighs. From your child's pose, begin to walk your fingers forward. Maybe your head comes off the mat this time. Begin to shift your weight forward as you walk your hands forward. Shift your hips over your knees. Bring your knees in line with your hips. Just hip width distance apart basically. And then continue to walk your hands forward. Option to bring your forehead to the ground and let your arms rest. If you have the flexibility, you can bring your chin to the mat and bring your chest to the mat as well. Wherever you are in this practice, breathe into this pose. Gently begin shifting your weight into your forearms. Curl your toes under and come into a forearm plank. Keep your core tight to your spine. Begin to walk your feet forward until your hips reach up. Into dolphin pose. You can bend your knees. You can keep your legs long, whichever way you want. Gently lower your knees down, knees together, feet together. Sit back into a child's pose. Reach your arms long by your side for the back of your feet. And rest into your child's pose. From your child's pose, see if you can grab your hands behind you, interlacing your fingers. And then try to lengthen through your arms behind you. If you can't lengthen through your arms, just hold on to your hands here. Take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale, use your arms to lift you up to a seated position until your head comes to rise on top of your shoulders. Walk your hands in front of you to that tabletop position. Keep your left hand grounded into the ground. Reach your right arm forward. Reach your left leg back. On your exhale, right elbow to left knee. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Inhale, reach long. Exhale. Inhale, reach long. Exhale. Inhale, reach long. Last time. Exhale. And then bring it back down. Same thing on the other side. Reach your left arm long. Right leg long. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, opposite knee, opposite elbow. Inhale long. Exhale. Inhale long. Exhale. Inhale long. Exhale. Last time. Inhale long. Exhale. And then bring it back down. This time we're going to take our right arm and reach to our right side. Okay? Either palms facing down or palms facing forward. Palms facing forward, it depends on your body, like which positioning feels good for you. So your right arm is reaching to the right side, left arm is pressing into the ground, left leg is going to reach to the side. Option to hold this position right here or lift your left leg up. On your exhale, bring everything back in. Same thing on the other side. Reach your left arm long. Reach your right leg to the right side. Option to stay right here or lift your right leg up. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, right arm underneath your left. Inhale, lift all the way back up to this twist. Exhale, thread the needle down. One more time, inhale all the way up. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right shoulder and right ear to the ground. You might stay right here in this position. What you want to try to do is bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. Option to bring your left arm long above your head. Walk your fingertips on the mat above your head. Option to reach your left arm behind your back to your right thigh. Wherever you are, breathe into this position. Bring your left hand in front of your face and gently push back up into that tabletop position. Take 2 cat-cows here to neutralize your spine. And then come back to that neutral spine. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle underneath your right arm. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Last time. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle under your right arm. Bring your left shoulder down. Bring your gaze up towards the ceiling if you can, or to the side. Option to stay right here. Option to walk your right arm long above your head, keeping your fingers on the mat. And then option to reach behind you for your left thigh, opening up your chest a little bit more. Continuing to breathe in this position. Bring your right arm in front of your face and push up gently into that tabletop position. Take 2 cat-cows here, neutralizing your spine. I took an extra one. Find a neutral spine, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. From here, inhale your right foot towards the sky, nice and long. And as you exhale, step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. You're going to bring your right leg a little bit wider than your mat, maybe even off of your mat. Bring your left knee down, uncurl your left toe. If your knee starts to push out, try to bring your knee closer to your shoulder. You want to keep that knee as close to your shoulder as possible. Option to stay right here in this pose, or if you have the flexibility in your hips, you're going to begin to come down on your forearms. If you have even more flexibility, you're going to come down, reaching your arms forward, reaching your chest towards the ground. Wherever you are, Breathing into this pose, opening up your hips here. Imagine the oxygen going into your inner thighs, opening up your hips, releasing that pressure or any tension you might feel there. Take whichever variation or modification you need. Come up on your hands from this lizard pose. You're going to come out to the outer edge of your right foot so you can see the bottom of your right foot here. Your knees actually splaying out. You're going to walk your left hand out just a little bit closer to the left side of your mat. And take your right hand and push your right knee away, opening up your hips a little bit more. Option to stay here or take a king pigeon pose where you reach for your right foot, bend into your left knee, bend into your left knee and reach for your left foot. Opening up your chest even more. Exhale, come back down, plant your hands down in front of you. Curl into your left toes, lift your hips up, step your right foot back. Take your flow or meet in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side way. Inhale your left foot towards the sky. On your exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Bring your right knee down, uncurl your right toes. Option to stay right here, or if you have the flexibility or you want to try, come down onto your forearms. And again, if you have even more flexibility than this, you can try to reach your chest towards the ground as well. But you must try to keep this knee close to your shoulder. If it starts going out, try to keep it closer to your shoulder or lift back up so that it is closer to your shoulder. Continuing to breathe into this position. Imagine your oxygen as you inhale going into those places of your body where there's tension or tightness, and feeling those areas release just a little bit more. On your inhale, come back to your hands. Move your right hand closer to the right edge of your mat. Lean towards the right side. Open up your left side of your leg so you can see the bottom of your left foot. Push that left knee away. If your knees are sensitive, you can roll your mat and make a little cushion for your knees. If you grabbed a hold of your foot on the other side, you're going to do the same on this side, bending into your right knee and grabbing a hold of your left foot, opening up your chest a little bit more. Wherever you are, opening up your hips, your chest, whatever parts of your body you might feel tension, and breathing into that pose. Exhale, plant your left hand back down. Bring your right foot back down. Lift your hips up. Step your left foot back. Take your flow or meet in downward facing dog wherever you are. Do what you need for your body right now. deep breath in through your nose. Exhale and sigh it away. Lower your knees as wide as your mat, bring your big toes to touch and sit back into a child's pose. Come back to massaging your forehead and the mat beneath you, gently swaying your head side to side. Find stillness in your child's pose and come back to the intention that you set in the beginning of your practice. How are you manifesting this intention? Press your hands firmly into the mat. And then push the mat away beneath you, trying to reach your hips towards your heels just a little bit more. And then bring your knees together. Come into the child's pose and do the same thing. Really push the floor away, trying to reach your hips towards your heels. This might make you lift your head off the ground, but that's totally fine. Begin to activate your arm muscles, reaching your arms forward, so much so that your upper arms begin to touch your ears. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Your hands will move back into place. Lift up to hands and knees. Curl your toes under and lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, step your right leg in between the palm of your hands. Bring your left leg on a 90-degree angle, perpendicular to your right foot, and open up your arms to warrior two. Bend into your right knee a little bit more. And if you don't have natural arches, lift your toes. That'll make your feet create arches. And then gently lower your toes down, but keep the arches in your feet. For your back leg, your left leg, you want to put your weight onto the outer edge of your left foot. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, bend into your right knee a little bit more. Open up your palms to the ceiling. Look over your right shoulder. Bring your palms down towards the ground. See that your hips are in line, your shoulders are directly stacked above your hips. So if your shoulders are leaning forward, bring it back, stacked above your hips. Or if you notice that you're leaning back, again, stack right above your hips. Lengthen out through your front leg. Step your left foot in, just about a 2-foot distance between your left and right leg. We're going to inhale up. So both toes are pointing to the front of your mat. And as you exhale, come down to this pyramid pose. Maybe your fingertips reach the ground. Maybe your hands only reach your shins. Wherever your hands land, let your head go here. And feel this stretch wherever you might feel it in your body. Begin to walk your hands to the inside of your legs. Bring your feet with you and open up your feet a little bit here. Well, a lot. You want your toes to point in and heels to point out in this position. Walk your hands forward so your hips are stacked above. Your hips are in line with your ankles, basically. Inhale to this flat back. Exhale, lower down down as far as you can go. Option to grab a hold of your ankles. Option to keep your hands right here on the ground, or walk your hands beneath you, between your legs. If you have pyramid headstand in your practice, you may try it. Your choice. Bring your hands back to the center, right below your face. Plant your left hand directly below your face. And on your inhale, reach your right arm up, twisting from your abdomen. Exhale your right arm down. Right hand goes in front of your face. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, left hand goes directly below your face. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, right hand down directly below your face. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, both hands come parallel either side of your face, I guess. Bring your hands to your hip, bend your knees just a little bit so you can get that foundation in. And inhale, come to a standing position. Point your left toes to the back of your mat. Keep your right foot exactly where it is. Bend into your left knee for a warrior two on the back of your mat. Reach your arms in opposite directions, and again, stack your shoulders directly above your hips. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, bend into your left knee a little bit more. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder. And then wherever you are, step your right foot in or back, depending on your positioning. Point both toes towards the back of your mat. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, lean forward to pyramid pose. Let the weight of your head go. Wherever your hands land, let them land. Begin to walk your hands to the inside. Open up your feet again. This time, point your toes out, heels in. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, release. And let the weight of your head go. Bring your hands to your hips and gently rise all the way up. Bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers and pull back for a back bend, reaching your chest towards the sky. And as you exhale, lower back down, reaching your head towards the ground beneath you. Using your interlaced fingers, you're going to try to reach your arms closer towards your head, reaching your interlaced hands as parallel with your head as possible. And then using your hands, lift yourself back up. Keeping your toes pointed out and heels in. Inhale your arms up. You might need to walk your feet in just a little bit for this. Exhale, open up. Goddess pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, goddess pose. Take 5 more here, moving at the speed and pace of your own breath. We'll meet in a seated position right here in goddess pose. Begin to lift your right toes up. Lower your right heel. Sorry, not right toes, heel. Lift your left heel up. Lower your left heel. Go ahead back and forth from your right and your left heel until maybe we lift both heels up and sit a little bit deeper into your goddess pose. Breathing into this position, opening up your hips. 10 more seconds here. You can do it. Maybe lift your heels a little bit more. Gently lower your heels down. Keep your knees bent. Bring your hands to your thighs and dip your right shoulder in, twisting. Bring your gaze to the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left shoulder dips in. Look up at the ceiling, twisting. Inhale back to center. Go ahead, back and forth. Just a few more times here. Find yourself in center, lengthen through your legs, and then jump your feet together. Good. Walk to the top of your mat. Notice how your body might feel. I'm going to face you so you can see what we're doing here. Keep your feet together or hip width distance apart. Depends on your body and what feels appropriate for you. Inhale your arms up, palms facing each other. Exhale, sit back into a chair pose, Utkatasana chair pose. In your chair pose, you want to lengthen through your spine, belly towards your spine. Bring your tailbone down. Relax your shoulders, lift your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit back a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit back a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold over your legs. Take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toes. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend your elbows horizontally. Bring your chest towards your upper thighs. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend your elbows horizontally. Bring your chest towards your thighs. One more time. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend your elbows horizontally. Bring your chest towards your thighs. Release your big toes. Bend your knees. Gently rise one vertebra at a time. Roll your shoulders at the top. Open up your palms to the front. Shift your weight over to your left leg. And we're going to begin to get into Vriksasana tree pose. So, option to place your right foot on your ankle, your calf below your knees, or in your inner groin above your knee, wherever you find that balance. Find balance here, bring your hands to your hips. Once you find your dristi is your gaze basically, the place where you're looking so that you can find balance. Bring your hands in front of your heart. If you find balance here, bring your hands above your head. If you find balance here, open up your prayer. Curl your pinkies in as if you're trying to reach your palms towards the back, but in a rotating way with your wrists. Rotate your wrists inward. Option to stay here. Option to close your eyes and challenge yourself. Option to lift your gaze towards the sky. And then option to dance into dancing tree. See if you can keep your balance. And then find stillness wherever you are. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Point your knee towards the front. And on your exhale, step your right foot down. Begin to shift your weight into your right leg, and whichever variation you took on the other side, you're going to take on this side as well. Ankle, below your calf, or above your knee into your groin. Hands are on your knees until you find your drishti. Bring your hands to your heart when you find balance. Bring your hands above your head if you find balance. Once you find balance, open up your hands. Twist your wrists inward, pinkies pointing in. Option to stay right here. Option to close your eyes. Option to look up. And option for dancing tree. Find stillness wherever you are. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Point your left knee forward. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, step your left foot down. Wonderful. Inhale, both arms up, palms facing each other. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose. I'm going to face the front of my mat this time. In your chair pose again, you're not going to dump into your back, lengthen through your spine, bring your tailbone down, belly towards your spine, open up your chest. In your chair pose, can you sink a little bit more? From here, come up on your tippy toes if you can. Exhale, reach your hands back behind you, as if you're lunging forward here. Reach your hands back as much as you're pushing the floor away with your tippy toes. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Lift your right leg off the ground. See if you can stay on your tippy toes on your left leg. And as you exhale, step your right leg back into a low lunge. You can bring your left heel back down. Low lunge here, hands in front of your heart. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, twist over to the left side, opening up your chest to the left side of the room. Really push your right heel back, activating your calf and your hamstring muscles as if those muscles are shooting up towards the sky. Using your abdomen, twist a little bit more. Option to stay here or open your prayer. Option to stay here or practice your side crow. If you have it in your practice and you want to try, wherever you are, come back into your low lunge twist. Inhale back to center. Both hands back down, step your left foot back, take your flow or meet in downward facing dog. Whatever you need right now. Once in your downward facing dog, take a deep inhale in. Exhale, side away. Bend your knees, look in between the palm of your hands. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart, open up your palms. Inhale, arms up, palms facing each other. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose. This time, right away, reach your arms back. Come up onto your tippy toes. Keep reaching back and pushing the floor away with your toes, with your feet. Can you sink down a little bit more? Bring your hands in front of your heart. And I challenge you again to step your left foot back into that low lunge. Bring your right heel down. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, twist over to the right side. Activate that left heel. Really push your left heel back. So if you're kind of just lagging and your knees bent, really push the left heel back. Activate your hamstring and your calf muscles, shooting up towards the sky. Option to stay here or open up your prayer. Option to stay here or practice your side crow if you have it in your practice. Coming back into your low lunge twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, plant your hands down, step your right foot back. Take your flow. We will meet in a child's pose. Whichever variation of child's pose you want to take. Knees wide, knees together, whatever you need right now. In your child's pose, come back to the intention that you set in the beginning of your practice. With every inhale, breathe into your intention. And with every exhale, breathe out any doubt. Inhale your intention, exhale any doubt. Plant your palms into the mat. Inhale up, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look in between the palm of your hand, step or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan all the way up. Exhale, palms in front of your heart, open up your hands. Inhale your arms up, palms facing each other. Exhale, sit back into that chair pose. We're going to just continue sinking our hips down until we reach the ground. Savasana boat pose. So, option to stay here and grab a hold of the back of your knees. What you want to make sure of is your spine is nice and long. If you feel like you found balance here, you can let go of the back of your knees, let your arms hover. Continue that lengthening of your spine. Option to lengthen out from your legs, making your legs nice and long, but again, keep your spine long. From your high boat, take a deep inhale to low boat. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. One more time. Inhale, low boat. And gently lower all the way down. Bring your knees as wide as the mat and windshield wiper your knees side to side, releasing that tension in your lower back. Find stillness in your legs. Hug both knees into your chest, bring your forehead to your knees. Let your head, neck, and back rest. Keep your knees hugged in. Take your right hand and grab a hold of both of your knees. Open up your left arm and let your knees fall over to the right side. Keep your left shoulder glued to the ground beneath you. Let your knees fall over to wherever it does into this variation of supine twist. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder.